Textile is a lightweight markup language originally developed by Dean Allen and billed as a humane web text generator. Textile converts its marked up text input to valid, well-formed XHTML and also inserts character entity references for apostrophes, opening and closing single and double quotation marks, ellipses and em-dashes. Textile was originally implemented in PHP, but has been translated into other programming languages including Perl, Python, Ruby, ASP, Java and C. Textile is distributed under a BSD-style license and is included with, or available as a plugin for, several content management systems. Version 2.0 beta was released in 2004 as part of the TextPattern content management system. Version 2.0 was released in 2006. Version 2.2 was subsequently released on September 22, 2010. Version 2.4 was released on May 5, 2012. Textile syntax examples. This is not an exhaustive listing of Textile syntax. For a list of all available options in Textile 2, see a full reference and example list of Textile v2.0, a sandbox for Textile v2.0 and 2.2 with explanation, and PHP Textile v3.5.5 documentation with real-time conversion. Emphasized text. Emphasized. Strongly emphasized. Personal strengths always, an item in a bulleted list, another item in a bulleted list, second level items, third level. An item in an enumerated list XXXXXXX, another item in an enumerated list I, another level in an enumerated list VVVVVVV. Number 8 enumerated list, starting by number 8, list item number 9. Some text paragraph. Continuing list item, numbered as 10, item 11. This is a bullet, this is the start of an enumerated list within a bulleted list, this is another item list of an enumerated list within a bulleted list, this is another level of an enumerated list within a bulleted list, this is another bullet. Definition list term, definition list data item, another data item. Coffee, equals hot and black, tea, equals also hot, but a little less black, milk, equals nourishing beverage for baby cows. Cold drink that goes great with cookies. Equals. Tables, a pipe character must be at the beginning and end of every row. Column name 1, th1 half th degree th squared th degree th1 half th micron nn th 3/4 th plus or minus n th degree. Column name 2, column name 3, Laura Aliaga cell 3, Manuel Vasquez cell 3. Code, generic example. Message MSG builder create user login MSG, CCSTRING username, CCSTRING password, CCLOG, user login name equals %s, password equals %s, username get CSTRing, password get CSTRing. Message equals message create, protocol define LC player login. Message write string, username. Message write string, password. 14.1.2, message write short, 1. Channel EE, message write short, 1. Subchannel EE, message write string, CCSTRING create, Samsung S4. C kilocalorie hash to a currency AA message write int, 1. E cubed YOE to the first to 1/4 florin 1/2 E per mil EOE cubed YA, message write int, 2. C 1/2 COAE epsilon message write int, 88. R cubed a degree Celsius plus or minus iOS Android. Message write string, CCSTRING create with format, %s, platform get handset. Message write string, CCSTRING create with format, %s, platform get phone type. Message write string, CCSTRING create with format, %s, platform get emu. Message write byte, 1. Return message. Blocks of code. BC puts this style handles blank lines. Puts this is the second line of code. Puts this is the fourth. End the block with P or with another block tag. or alternatively you can use the syntax for small blocks. BC puts this style stops at the first blank line. Puts this is the second line of code. This is not code. Headings, you must leave a blank line after each heading. H1, id. An HTML first level heading. H2. An HTML second level heading. H3. An HTML third level heading. H4. An HTML fourth level heading. H5. An HTML fifth level heading. H6. An HTML sixth level heading. Block quotes. BQ. This text will be enclosed in an HTML block quote element. Notes. Text with a link to some reference, 1. FN1. Footnote explanation. Text with a link to some reference, malabel. Note list. Note malabel explanation as an auto-numbered endnote. Links, also, hyperlinks. Class name, link text, title tooltip, link address. Email links. Class name, link text, title tooltip, mail to someone@example.com. Images. Imagel. Formatting help table. This table summarizes the available textile markers, users, 37 signals, assembler, Atlassian, Know Your Mem, Obsidian Portal, TM Repository, Qt Official Forums, Redmin, SUSE Studio, Miss Literati, Jekyll. See also, Comparison of document markup languages, TextPattern, a content management system, also originally by Dean Allen, which uses Textile. Comparison of note-taking software, comparison of documentation generators, references. External links, Textile, Textile 2.4 reference for TextPattern CMS, Textile 2 manual, for movable type CMS, Holbix.com Textile reference, an example-based textile reference. Textile, an implementation of Textile in Perl. PyTextile, an implementation of Textile in Python. Redcloth, an implementation of Textile in Ruby. VBS Textile, an implementation of Textile for Microsoft Active Server Pages, Textile UDF, an implementation of Textile in Cold Fusion. Textile, an implementation of Textile in Java, Textile 4J, an implementation of Textile in Java, Textile J, an implementation of Textile in Java that includes components for SWT and JS and an Eclipse editor plugin, Xalize, a superset of Textile for generating web pages, documents, and websites with any plain text editor. Open source. Textile.net, an implementation of Textile in C/NET, Octal 40 Brushy Text, one more implementation of Textile in C/NET, Textile markup with MediaWiki, a way to use Textile on MediaWiki sites like Wikipedia, Textile.js, a modern implementation in JavaScript. Supports Node.js, AMD, and CommonJS spec. Textile.js, an implementation of Textile in JavaScript, Textile, an implementation of Textile using the jQuery JavaScript framework, Marlin Wikitext, an implementation of Textile in Java that includes components for SWT and JS, Ant tasks and an Eclipse editor plugin, Textile module, a module which allows Textile to be implemented in Drupal sites, TiddlyWiki Textile format a plugin which allows the use of Textile in the open-source application TiddlyWiki, PHP Textile, an implementation of Textile in PHP. Used by TextPattern.